I have another video for you guys today. This time it's not going to be so much as a review, it's just me just kind of talking about the legitimacy of CBD and finding the right products for you. Because CBD is not FDA approved and there's not really so much regulations on how it's sold and the ingredients sold within it, but it's still legal to sell in the US, a lot of companies will try to cut corners and try to do some kind of sketchy things, and those are some of the things that we're going to go over right now. Because CBD has not been FDA approved, which means that it's not going over the proper testing of the effects, both positive and negative. We don't know how it affects people in the long term, short term. We just don't know enough about it. Of course, everyone has their opinions on what it's good for and what they use it for, but for some people it doesn't work, or some people it gives them certain negative effects that they really just can't justify using CBD. One of the biggest things when you're shopping for CBD products is the testing. You want to make sure that the company and the product that you are buying is totally legitimate. The number one thing you can do is to look that company up and find their lab results. Typically, a company, if you go to their website, they'll have a tab, or if you click on the product somewhere, they will have their lab results. And usually the lab results are gonna be in like a 1 or 2 page PDF file. It's not gonna be very long or complicated. Usually it just shows a breakdown of the chemicals that are found inside of the substance, inside of the oil maybe. It's gonna show you the active ingredients, it's gonna show you the inactive ingredients. Usually these inactive ingredients are things that are used for maybe the aroma, stability, shelf life, things like that. And the active ingredients, the most important thing is that it should be CBD. If you look a little bit more closely at these lab reports, it's usually going to show the breakdown by weight. Always CBD should be the highest number. And for me, I would recommend at least 85% of the weight should be from CBD. Sometimes they range around 85, sometimes they go to 90, sometimes they might even go to like 98. But CBD should be the number one ingredient. Since CBD can be sold in places like the convenience store, grocery stores, bodegas, they usually come up with some pretty radical claims on them and have some big numbers on them to make you think that these things really work and they're really great and all these things, and they're usually really not. One thing you can look out for is incredibly high number of potency. If you see something that says 20,000 milligrams or 15,000 milligrams per dose or whatever it is that they say on them, that's a sure sign that it does not work. These numbers are almost impossible to really do. There's no way you can have it be so potent, and if you did, it probably, taking that dosage probably would not do you very well. You'd probably get sick, and I couldn't really tell you what would happen because I don't think I've ever heard of that happening to anybody. But again, if you see a huge number on there and it's got some wacky design on there, probably stay away, or at least do your research before you buy it. So if you're in the market for a CBD oil, you can usually point it out from just about anywhere. It's a little glass container with a little eyedropper thing on it. So you'll pick it up and you'll look at it and it says hemp seed oil. And you'll think, oh, hemp seed oil, CBD, it's all pretty much the same thing, right? It's really not. Hemp seed oil is just straight up just not. Don't even think about it. It's gonna be on there, it's gonna be on the label. It might have like the little leaves and everything on it and be green and potency and all these words that make you think it's going to be worth it, right? It's going to work. It's not. It's not going to work. It's not the same thing. It's not tested. It has no benefit. It's nothing like CBD. So if you see hemp seed oil, just stay away from that. That's not even anything. That's nothing at all. Another thing that could happen is you'll pick up this hemp seed oil, right? And you'll go to the front and you'll pay for it and everything like that, and you'll take it home and you'll try it out. And one of two things might happen. One, nothing happens, and you just got sold some snake oil, basically, and it does nothing. In some cases, there was even a company once that sold some sort of CBD-related product, and it turned out to just be olive oil. Bottom shelf, low-quality olive oil that they were selling for $15, $20 for about an ounce. It's ridiculous. That's what I mean when I say that companies are going to cut corners. They're going to try to do whatever they can to try to sell you a product that's not really CBD, or it's ineffective, or it's not potent, or it's just fake. The market is very open for these fake products, and you have to stay alert for them. The second thing that can happen is that you could get really, really sick. Who knows what they try to put in there to make the color, consistency, and make it look like it's gonna be CBD oil, or to give it the smell that it's gonna be some sort of oil. You don't know what it could be, and it's just better just to do your research before making any purchase, just like you would do with any other medicine. Another thing you want to look out for is full spectrum oil. Full spectrum oil is a good thing. Full spectrum oil usually means it's went through the least amount of processing, which means that it's basically just pure CBD. When you look at those lab results, they're usually going to be in the high end of the percentage by weight. It's usually going to be, for full spectrum, it's probably going to be at least 90%. It's probably the best you can get. I would always recommend full spectrum. However, don't just buy something because it says full spectrum. If you see full spectrum and it's clear, don't buy that. That is not CBD. Full spectrum means that, again, it went through the least amount of processing. It usually just got decarboxylized and that's it, and they sold it, right? Pure CBD oil has a darker hue to it. It looks kind of brownish, and that's why those containers are kind of darker, to prevent like light from getting into it and messing with all the chemicals and everything like that. If it says full spectrum and it's clear, or if it's clear at all, don't buy that. It's not supposed to look like that. It's been either overly processed and the chemicals have all broken down, and that's why it's lost all of its color and everything like that, or it's just maybe water or just something crazy. I don't know, but it's not supposed to be clear. I don't know what's gonna be in there, and I highly recommend that you do not pick it up. Another thing that you want to look out for is just the company in general. You want to make sure this company hasn't done anything sketchy, they're not associated with anybody sketchy, and they don't have a history of doing anything wrong. The easiest way that you can do this is just to go on the FDA website. The FDA has a long list of companies that they've proven to be selling fake products, to be selling illegitimate products, harmful products, things like that. If you find a company that you still think is kind of sketchy, you're not really sure, and you don't see it on the FDA website, I still recommend that you do your research, or you go find what other people are saying, look at reviews, look at things that people are saying about it to determine if this company is legitimate, if they're selling the right product, if they're selling reliable products. Finding the right CBD product or company can be a daunting task, and it can take all day just looking to see if this is the right product for you, if you're gonna enjoy it, what other people are saying. It can take forever. However, thankfully there are lots of websites out there that can help you out. They have a full list of reliable CBD companies, products, reviews, everything like that. I personally like to use cannabisreview.com. They have a huge list of all these different companies. They have all these different reviews. They have all these different products and everything like that. They have tags on there. So if you're looking for something specifically for sleep apnea, for pain, for anxiety, you can find it right there. And they'll give you a whole list of companies along with all these reviews, and just makes the whole process way easier for you. So that's all I have to say about that. Again, you don't want to be putting stuff inside your body for a health purpose and for it to end up causing more harm than good for you. Hope you guys learned a little something from this, and I'll talk to you guys later.